Hey y'all, so was going to do this a while ago. I just needed to make it make sense. And with TikTok doing the weird things that it's doing as of lately, I will be here more often and more so like every day. Every think piece that I would put on TikTok, I'm gonna write it down and I'm gonna put it in a video together and put it on here because I don't got time for the updates. I don't got time for all of the extra stuff that got going on. So that's one. Two, the 5-star coach still is in the makings. Not even in the makings, still running. It's just right now I'm in an application process with the 5-star coach because as I was giving wisdom, some of that wisdom I was sharing as I was learning. So now I'm putting it to work, and then I will be back with 5-star tips soon. I feel it very soon, honestly. But as of right now, it's just on a hiatus, not a finish. It's just slowing down. It's never paused. It was just a slow up because I'm still processing, and I have a whole bunch of wisdom that I have accumulated in this application process that I'm going to eventually share. But as of right now, what's out there is what's out there, and we're just going to apply that together. Then we're going to come back and move forward with the new wisdom that I got. So this is a whole new thing. Projector Thoughts, I have neglected that though for some time, and I'm no longer neglecting that because the thoughts, I was just transferring it I went from YouTube back to TikTok, and I was just like, I should just stay on TikTok for a while and do it. They started doing weird stuff. I'm not with it. So we back here. It's going to be a daily thing of this because I always got something to say. Always. But the way we're going to start this off over here, we're going to start it off with a tarot check-in. If you was on my TikTok lives, you know the tarot check-in is just me pulling 3 cards just to check the energy right now. And, take what resonate because this is a general thing. And then after I do the tarot check-in, I'm going to get into my 3 points that I want to talk about because I'm going to try to keep it at 3 things that I'm going to discuss. And 3 think pieces that I have, I should say, to discuss. And with this platform, the sensory, it's not as bad as TikTok. Of course, sensory is everywhere, especially for Black people, Black creators and everything. They want to try to make everything quote unquote harder for us when in actuality they're making us move better and be the resourceful and spectacular beings that we naturally are. Anyway, yeah, I just can't deal with TikTok no more. Like, I'm no shade. I posted like 3 videos and it set at 0 views. I was just like, oh, this is not my flow. Like, this ain't what I give. Like, I give as soon as I upload, my people right there liking it. Like, right there with the support. So, like, I'm not with it. I ain't with it at all. And I'm going to move along because that's what the hell I do. And this also backs up the video I made on TikTok when I was talking about whatever house you have your mutable placement in, evolve in that placement. I was making my money on TikTok, and I'm still gonna, of course, make money on there. However, it's time to move over here. Also, my mutable placement, I ain't ready to tell all of my chart, child. We ain't gotta do all that. Anyway, but yeah, it was time to move on anyway. It's time to upgrade. And we just want to upgrade. And actually, let's see what the energy is for upgrades. Let's see what the tarot check-in is for the upgraded energy. Let's upgrade. Let's upgrade. One more. Give me one more. Oh, you want to give me 2 more? Cool. I like that anyway. What's at the bottom? The Hangman. All right, bet. Ooh, I like this. Okay. Boots. I like this down. All right, so the 3 of Wands came out in reverse. The Devil came out in reverse. The Knight of Wands came out upright. 3 of Pentacles came out upright. And like I said, the Hangman at the bottom of the deck. Boots. The upgrades. Playing small was a thing. Playing small was a thing because like I said at the beginning, I felt like I always was going to do... I knew I was always going to make the Projector Thoughts thing bigger. I got it written down in my notes as a podcast, and I feel I eventually will turn this into a podcast, actually. Because I was playing small for some time, like just keeping my energy and my wisdom just on TikTok. But like the direction is going and it's just not happening no more. It's not really, doing the things that I wanted to do for me. And on this card it's saying lack of foresight and lack of planning. I already seen I had the foresight. I just didn't have a plan. I just didn't see how I wanted to do it. I just didn't really clock what I really wanted to do. But with this hangman, because it was like 2 days ago when I seen like my post was not going nowhere. And that was that pause. That was that pause that was caused by the hangman. And it was just me really sitting there, really thinking like, what the hell am I going to do? And maybe you could feel the same way, because whatever upgrades you got going on in your life, I'm pretty sure you wasn't really going hard at it. And now it's time to just, because this is really playing out exactly how what I'm feeling right now. But however it play for you, I feel like take some time to pause for a second. Take some time to pause for a second and release that need to hold yourself back, that need to play small, that need to dial it all the way back. Because this Knight of Wands right here is action. It's energy, and it's inspired action as well. So with you releasing that doubt, you're now inspired to actually do something. And then with the Three of Pentacles, you're now ready to build something. The Three of Pentacles, I always see this as, every time I see a three, well, the Three of Cups and the Three of Pentacles, I see this as the mind's, body, and the spirit ready to work together to work towards something. And the Pentacles is material. That's the money. That's the physical plane. You're done with the thinking process of it. Because you was playing small, then you was like, hold up, let's put a pause on that. Let's slow that down. Actually, while we're pausing, let's do some self-reflecting and do some releasing, whatever release needs to happen. As you release, you start to feel inspired now because you got weight lifted up off of you. And with that weight lifted up off of you, now you're ready to work. Now you're ready to go towards them dreams that you want to make happen. And for me, it's me doing this because last night I sat down. I was like, no, we want to do this way, and that way. But that only came about in that pause section. So when you pause, like I was saying with the 5-star coach, when you pause, it's not like you're just automatically releasing that, letting that go, and no longer wanting to do it anymore. It's just like, hold on, let me regroup. Let me come back. Let me change my perspective. Let me see this from different viewpoints to see what I can do. And for me personally, I just had to release the stagnation I was making in my life. And I don't know what you got to release, but release something. Release it. I don't know what it is. I don't know what thoughts in your mind, what feelings that are weighing you down. Release it so you can feel free. So now you can take inspired action so the actions can go. Because playing small ain't gonna get you nowhere, honey. And then also, you can have a whole vision, but if you have no plan behind the vision, like, what we really doing? And then this also says unexpected delays. I made a video on TikTok not too long ago talking about how I don't see delays as a thing that exists in my life anymore. I see it. I don't see it. I stopped looking at delays as anything that's important. It's more so divine time and perfect moments. But unexpected delays, this was definitely a part of the TikTok change that just kept my videos at a standstill. I know for a fact, like I said, I'm well supported. I'm heavily supported on TikTok. I know people enjoy hearing my perspective and hearing my thoughts. That zero view thing was just like, oh, what are we doing? I'm not feeling that. But also, and this is one of the topics I'm going to talk about. I'm going to get to it later on. With Neptune going into Aries, Neptune energy, they're working together, and then going from the dream world, living in a dream, to now coming into the real world. I feel like I'm gonna say this little piece and then I'm gonna get to it when I get to it. But we definitely gonna move forward with those dreams that we have in our head. Now we're gonna have action behind it. Now we're gonna have plans behind it, strategy behind it. But yeah, I feel like the check-in is definitely given overall pause, release, act. And while you're acting, build. The building process is actually what was really, really important. And that foundation needs to be solid. 3, the power of 3. 2 things end up creating one, making it a whole. Nah, let me not even go that way because that girl, I was ready to get real spooky. Girl, just know the solid 3 right here, and then also 12, 2 plus 1, 3, and then 3 again right here as well. 333 right here, just solid foundation. And we all know the power of 369, 3 being one of those numbers, a part of the universal knowledge, not knowledge, universal numerical system that holds a lot of power. And I said the power 3 because I thought about the charm ones, but like that's really real. That's another thing. Side note: when you're doing any spiritual work, try to incorporate 3 of something. You working with your herbs, your tools, 3 cinnamon sticks, 3 cloves, 3 mustard seeds. It don't matter. Just try to get 3. Try to incorporate 3 in there. Keep 3, 3, 3, 3 threes up in there, because 3, 6, 9, 3, 6, and then the 9 is all right here. Boots. But let me not get distracted. I feel like the whole thing is, don't play small no more. It's time to put it. Well, I feel like with the transition from Neptune and Pisces to Neptune and Aries, we was already in that pause. We was already in that playing small. We was already in that moment of like trying to figure things out. And we was in that moment of releasing. If you did release it. If you didn't, you need to release. Because now, time to take action and build something great. The adding up, that's 9 and 6 boots. And then the 6 messages I got. Let's see. 6 messages. Let's see, there's 6 messages. And remember, take what resonate for you. First message, it says, read more. Second message, trust your gut, you're very sane. Boots. Third message, you're falling in love with yourself. Fourth message, fix your posture. I feel like I need to. Boots. Fifth message, you're sitting still for a reason, find it. And then the last message, I don't know who this resonate with, but call your sister. Call your sister if you don't have a sister, a blood sister. Call your God sister. Call your homegirl that you call your sister. Call your sister though. Right? And I'm going to keep this sitting right here while I talk about the topics now. Now, the first topic I was going to talk about on TikTok, but TikTok doing a weird behavior. So we're going to talk about it here. The first one is working with yourself, that light and shadow, and not against yourself. I had made this video, right? So I'm going to try to remember what I said. But overall, I said things along the lines of, when you only operate from that light, you only get so far in life. Right? The sun don't shine forever. The sun don't shine all day. And when the darkness come about, if you are running from your own darkness and you're working against that, when it's dark around you, you're going to be lost and you're going to succumb to the darkness around you instead of tuning into the darkness within you and using that to power yourself through. Because a lot of people want to work around things. It's better to power through things. Like, get through it. Stop trying to go around it. Get through it. And sometimes a lot of us need to lead with that dark side, right? It needs to be, like they say, the light at the end of the tunnel. You need to be that. You need to operate as the light at the end of the tunnel. When you step into the tunnel, it's darkness. Basically, when you're dealing with people, let them see that shadow side first. Let them see that darker side first. That side that's not so light and loving and all of that. Because you got to protect that side of yourself. That shadow will protect you from all of that. You know how people say they scared of the dark. They scared of that shadow. That fear that people will have of your shadow will protect you. Because some people may really be fearful of it and not really want to deal with you. Others may be like, you know what? I see that. I'm fine with it. I'm fine with working towards the light because I see the light within them. And that right there will be your protection above all. But working against yourself by not integrating that shadow side or facing that shadow side, doing shadow work and consistently doing it. Every time you feel a need to release that shadow, not even release that shadow, release the shackles that you have on your shadow and shining your light in that area. Girl, where was I going? Ooh. You see, I'm getting a chat and I done lost my train of thought. Fuck it, let's keep it going. I'm gonna just jump over here. Still in the same round. When you work with your shadow though, and you release any beliefs that you have pertaining to your shadow being bad, your shadow being something that's not good, you will start to see, like, actually my shadow is the protection. Yes, I can be a manipulator, but I don't have to lead with that. But I'm gonna keep that in my back pocket, just in case I'm in an area where manipulation is active and I can see it and I can know exactly what it is because I know it within myself. We all are reflections of each other. So I can see the manipulation tactics that you carry because I know the manipulation tactics I carry. I can see the narcissistic ways you are, the narcissistic characteristics you have, and that narcissism you carry because I see the narcissism within me. I can see that anger and that envy that you have within you because I know I have that within me. Now, like I said, that doesn't mean you have to embrace these things. You don't have to lead with these things. It's just know that you have these things. Integrate them so they can be present. So you don't build something with just a love and light perspective. That shit not gonna get you nowhere all day, every day. Like I said, the sun don't shine all damn day. When the sun go down, when it get dark outside, you shouldn't be scared of the darkness because you are aware of your own darkness, and your darkness can protect you from any other darkness out there. Boots. I'm gonna leave that right there. I'm gonna leave that right there. Lead with some of us, and I'm saying us because I turned this on to myself. I'm leading with that. You can only get the light once you get through the tunnel. You gotta get through the darkness. You gotta get through that meanness, and all it is really me just being straightforward, not trying to just be nice just to be nice. You gotta get past that stern and solid, immovable, excuse me, that wasn't sexy, side of me before you can get to that soft and loving side of myself. But yeah, that was the one thing, right? Boom. Now let's go to the next. Neptune in Aries and Pluto in Sagittarius generation, that trine that's happening with us. For the past 14 years, right, Neptune has been sitting in Pisces, squaring our Pluto. Pluto being our planet of power. When I say I know I'm not the only one who was recognizing my power, but still was like falling short in certain areas because it was just like, I don't know. I just kept getting distracted by like my mind and kept getting distracted by things that I would, like scenarios and things I would create in my head as if I didn't have true solid power within me. And once Neptune went into Aries on Monday, leading up to that, it was a lot of dreams I was having. Side note, lay your head towards the north. Get a compass. If you automatically just know which side of your city is the north, adjust your bed however you need to and lay your head to the north. The dreams come through insanely. It was a lady on TikTok, her name's Bertha, light-skinned older woman, very wise. And she had said something about that. And I remember when I was sleeping in with my head to the north before, dreams was coming rapidly all day, not all day, every day. Well, shit, when I would take my naps, it would happen. Like, I would be dream. When I started sleeping with my head to the south, the dreams were very fleeting. They wasn't coming through as much. Once I did that, and I did that on Saturday, I tell you, I lie to you not, dreams was coming back to back from naps, from like my actual sleep through the night. When I say the dreams come through so crazy, and this is really for Sagittarius, because the connection to Jupiter, that expansive mind, the fairy tale kind of energy that lived there, also that wisdom that we get through dreams. Turn that head to the north when you sleep. I'm telling you. Anyway, the dreams that I was having were so like, they were so I'm thinking polarizing in my head, but it wasn't really that it was polarizing. It was really like, wow. Like, it was really like a wow, these are really lessons that I've already learned. However, with me really can't even put it to words. Damn, I had it. Okay, all right, find it. The dreams were... That's it. The dreams were showing me things of the past, and it was either I'm going to keep living in the past or I'm going to move forward. Because with Neptune going from Pisces to Aries, the end of the zodiac cycle to the beginning, it's like, are you going to step into this new beginning or are you going to hold on to the past? Because for a minute, Neptune was giving our Pluto a square, causing a lot of tension, a lot of friction, a lot of trouble. And now that Aries, that fire sign sister to Sagittarius, we now have an opportunity and a clear option, and it's either you're going to do it or you're not, to either live in the past or keep it moving. Because Sagittarius and Pluto generation, we definitely know how to keep it moving. We love to keep it moving. We love to just keep it trucking, all that, holding on to things and staying in the back. Staying in the past, I mean, that's not our thing, right? But with that Neptune and Pisces square, it was keeping us in the past just a little bit. It wasn't keeping us all the way there, but we just kept holding on to the pieces of the past. And certain dreams was happening to me, and I was really realizing, like, you know what the fuck am I really holding on to this for? Because another thing with Sagittarius, it's the principle, and it's also, let's find a lesson. Find a lesson in that. These dreams that kept happening, I was really waking up, automatically searching for the lesson, instead of like sitting there living in the past and complaining and reliving those moments as if I'm still in those moments. I'm not there. I don't care what happened. That shit ain't happening right now. What's happening, right? So this Neptune and Aries, and this is not going to be the only time I talk about this on this page. I'm definitely going to talk about this again because it just hit me last night, and I'm going to let my mind think about this a little further. But Neptune and Aries for our Pluto and Sagittarius is going to do us so much justice. It's going to do us so good, especially if some of us have a fire sign sun, especially if you have an Aries sun. With the Sagittarius Sagittarius Pluto, and that Neptune sitting on your sun and then creating a trine to your conjoining your sun and then sitting on your Pluto, trining your Pluto. This is going to be a really good time for them. However, anyway, Pluto and Sagittarius trining Neptune and Aries, this is about to move us so forward. The next 14 years, it's all up to you though. It's really up to you. Are you going to keep living in the past, keep trying to hold on to the past? Because this retrograde is done. Shadow period, yeah, it's still here, but we moving forward though. And we all know Aries energy, let's get it done. Let's move. Let's bust a move. What you going to do? You know, you going to bust that move or you going to keep holding on to the past? You going to move forward? You going to keep trucking through? Or you going to dial it back? And we can even bring in the first point I said. You want to work with your shadow and your light, or you just going to keep trying to focus on the light? Right? And now the third thing I want to talk about. Air and mutable moons gift to be non-reactive. The gift that is over an air moon or a mutable moon to be non-reactive, because one, air signs, they can just go to a new thought. Gemini, and the other mutable signs are meant to change, right? So you can change your mind immediately. So when it comes to like your manifestations, when it comes to you dealing with the 3D realm, knowing what you see in the 4D, 5D, 6D, 7D, 8D, 9D, 10D, when it comes to dealing with what you see in the 3D, you have nothing but a gift to really just, anyway, on to the next thought. I don't want to think about this. I don't care about that. I'm gonna move over here. Yeah, nope. I'm over here. I don't care about that. I don't care about that. I'm over here. Aquarius, being a fixed air moon, you can easily be fixed on feeling nothing, feeling everything that, feeling, hold on. The fixed air moon, you could fix your thoughts, because all our emotions go straight down here. You could fix your thoughts on feeling, but thinking about the things that will have you in that moment of your desires, of your manifestations, instead of being fixed on what you see in front of you. You can easily use that stubbornness to your benefit. Just be stubborn about what it is that you want and not about what it is that you see. Because what you see around you will create these feelings and then create these thoughts. And then you will eventually either be fixed on that and keep putting a space between you and what your desires are, or you can be fixed on focusing on your desires and saying, fuck that. That's not in my reality. I don't care what was being put right here in front of me in the 3D realm. That's not my reality. Like I create my reality. Be fixed on that. Be stubborn about that. Libra, the cardinal air moon. As a cardinal air sign, your first instinct is to think thoughts. So if you see something that does not align with what you want, think a new thought immediately. Just jump to a whole new thought. And then on top of that, I'm not going to hold you. I might be biased a little bit, but Libra is the only sign that is represented by an inanimate object. Detachment is your superpower. Detach from the thought that you were about to engage with within this 3D realm that was going to bother you, and go somewhere else. Think somewhere else. Think about something else. Think about how you're going to design your house when you get it. Think about how you're going to get a new paint job for your car when you get it. Think about the new clothes that you're going to buy. Think about the bag, how you're going to dress it up that you're going to get when you get when the manifestation is here, when it's finally present. Because it's here, so it's here, but it's not here. So focus on here until it's here. Right? Boots. Then Gemini, and I'm a group Gemini with the rest of the mutable signs, because this was going to be the same thing I was going to say to y'all. Y'all meant to change. Y'all coming at the end of the season. Y'all are forever changing. Change your thoughts. Change the thought. Change the thought immediately. And when you change the thought, move as if you are literally like, y'all know how y'all get. Y'all know how y'all get. I ain't gotta explain it too tough. Y'all know y'all change y'all motherfucking minds, and then it's nothing else that matters after that. None of that other stuff matters. Nothing else matters once you change your mind. Use that to your advantage, because what I said about Aquarius, the fixed nature, that stubbornness, what I said about Libra, that cardinal energy to think a new thought, and then that ever-changing energy within immutable signs, that is your superpower. That is your gift of being non-reactive. It is, you can literally see that and be like, all right, anyway, because I'm over here now. I'm not reacting to that because I can change my mind. I'm not reacting to that because I can think a new thought. I'm not thinking about that because I'm stubborn and I don't want to think about that. Use those gifts to be non-reactive. Use what you got. Be non-reactive and get what you want. And shit. I ain't gonna say that. Not mine. Anyway. Yeah. Just be non-reactive. Be non-reactive. Stop giving things your time and energy. Especially air moons. Stop letting things in Virgo moons. Stop letting things sit up here. Actually, I'll give it to all of y'all. Air and Virgo moons. Simply because Mercury with the Virgo and Gemini air, the thoughts automatically is like the default. Stop thinking about shit that you don't want to think about. Stop thinking about shit that you don't want manifesting in your life. Change your perspective. Think about something else. Pause. Change the perspective. Release. All of that. And once you're no longer felt with the heaviness that you was about to indulge in the 3D world, take inspired action and build towards something great. Boots. Tied everything together. All right, now I'm going to end this off with this, right? Because I want to keep it to the 3 points. And then I'm going to just, do this every day. I need to make sure I don't OD and use all my material. But subscribe to my Substack, Venusian Kingdom, VenusianKingdom. reach out to me on there for in my messages for any readings. I guess you could, y'all most likely follow me subscribe to me and found me on here through TikTok. You can always reach out on TikTok as well. I'm not going to fully step away from TikTok yet, but as of right now, I'm going to take me a nice little pause because I can't do it no more. It's too annoying, and I'm very resourceful. I could, we're going to bust it to move over here, we're going to do over here, we're going to do over there, and I'm going to trust my gut because I'm very sane. But subscribe to the Substack. I actually put out my first article the other day. It was weighing on my head. It says it's about being confident because if you read it, you'll read it. It's very self-explanatory. It's very short. I just wrote it because I had asked who wanted me to talk. I asked people what they wanted me to talk about pertaining to glamour magic. And that's another thing. I don't speak about glamour magic too much on TikTok anymore because I have 73 videos in that playlist. That's more than enough. I might make more videos on here on YouTube. However, right now I'm feeling like because I gave more than enough for free. Now it's like after this point, it's like we gotta sit one-on-one because I gave enough. Now you gotta come to me. We can work one-on-one. We can get this worked out together. I can do what I need to do for you because I have a reading for glamour magic now because the game is meant to be sold, not told. No shade. And yeah, I think that's it. Substack. Subscribe to the YouTube. Subscribe to the Substack. And yeah, I think that's it. And then I'm going to definitely see y'all tomorrow because like I said, I'm doing this every day. And I'm not dealing with the BS that TikTok want to try to throw my way. I'm too sexy for that. So yeah. And I'll see y'all tomorrow. No shade. Love y'all.